Hello. Just a short video how to make cut lines for the sticker. So we will be printing the sticker, and we do need a cut lines for this to be cut in or where the gray is at. So where the gray is at, it's gonna be cut. But so far we don't have it. We just have the a PNG image. Well, this is a PNG because I know what it is. So let's start. Let's center this image by pressing P on the keyboard. The first thing that I would like to find out before figuring out which route to take is this image a PNG or a JPEG? Well, I know it's PNG, but the biggest point, does this image have a transparent background or it has a white background? So how do we test that? I just draw a box. Let's make it blue, and then right click on the box, order it to back. So it's gonna go behind the image, and we can see blue right here. If it would be a white background image, we would not be able to see blue. So I will turn this into a white background image. So my transparent background is unselected, and do OK. See, we cannot see blue; it's white. So this is all white background. Making a vector out of white background image is a lot more harder compared to a transparent background. So let's undo, go back to transparent background. I'm using my mouse scroll in order or wheel in order to zoom in and zoom out. Click on this, delete, and now let's turn this into a vector. Select the image, right click with the mouse, go to outline trace, line art. I prefer reduce bitmap. Why? Because keep original, if it's big, it works a lot slower and sometimes it can even crash. So especially in this case, we're doing the cut lines. It doesn't need to be very specifically detailed, so we just need the cut line. Anyways, so this is how the power trace works. So it's tracing right now the image. Really quick idea between image and vector. So on the bottom, the computer traced as a vector, and in the top we're working with the image that we imported into the power trace. So zoom in using the mouse wheel button. Zoom in. This is the difference. I zoom in on the image, or I make it bigger. Same thing. Whether you zoom in or you make it bigger. You will see this right here. See how blurred this is? And on the vector, it doesn't happen. It's just a straight line. That's why I like to work with vectors. I can literally zoom in even more or make it even more bigger. This is the biggest I can do in Power Trace. And you can see the difference between the two. I prefer the bottom one, but anyways. This is just a little difference between the two images. Here we are getting a cut line. So let's go to colors. So here we select black and white. We want all the details we can get. I always, especially if it's a transparent back image, I always pick the details up as high as I can get it to be, so it can literally get all the details on the edges. Now we currently have it. If you look at it, we have white and we have black. We should just have only one color. So let's go back to colors. Select black. I mean, well, 0% black or white color, and then do delete. Okay. Back to settings. This is what we have. Okay. Next, what I do is this. Control X. Okay. Create a new page. Control V for paste. So on my first page, I have a print file. So I will rename this to print. Easier for, well, it's just easier for us to know. And this will be a cut file. So this will be the cut line. This will be the print. In the print, I will need to, since basically you look at this, so this is the vector. I send this to back. If you look at this, it's literally on the edge. Okay, the cut line is literally on the edge. We don't have bleed. So what happens sometimes the machine can jump by just a little bit. And if it jumps by a little bit instead of this gray, you will see just a little thin line of white. So that's why bleed, if the image has bleed, it helps with the jump, because when the jump happens, it doesn't matter because there's still gray color. Some other people call it overprint, or I don't know what else to call it, but anyways, let's delete our vector. Few things on this vector. This is very important. If you look at the cut line, and the print line too. See, if we look at the print line, we zoom in, we actually see this is whatever it is, a tail spiky thing, and then on the cut line we see the same thing. It's not a good idea to actually have this on the sticker. So, and all because just looking at the cut line, I know, let's say R, I'm not supposed to have this. And if I look at the gray, see, there's a, just looks like it's ripped or whatever it is. So I need to fix this. Well, it's just gonna look, the final product will look much better if it's fixed, much better. It will not have, I mean, it's gonna be cut with this little tip being like this, and with this being like this as well. So, what I do is I'll make this straight. So we need to fix this. I'll show you guys how real quick. And so let's click on this point, delete this point completely. Next, click on this point. You see this arrow and this arrow. Both of these arrows, they belong to this point. This arrow, it controls this, the right side of the point. So we can close it up. And we see one more arrow, but this arrow, it belongs to this point right over here. So we can take this and make it more round. So we can make it a little more round. The final thing, it looks like this now. Now we don't have this weird thing into the product itself. Now let's fix this line to make it straight. So what I do is I look at the lines, and this point has a straight line, and this point has a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything in the middle. So if I were to erase all of this, then this straight line and this straight line, they should just become one straight line, and that's it. So select all of that, delete. Yep, one straight line. Nice. And also, if we look at here, this bump right here, it's not supposed to be here. I know that. So we can remove all of these points as well. Then it makes it straight. Also, I'll just do part of R, and that's it. This bump, I don't think so, it needs to be there as well. But also, once you select the points, make sure you don't select these on top. So if I were to do this, look what happens. See? If I were to erase, these points are going to be erased from a different letter or whatever it is here. So let's select these few points without selecting any other ones. So this is a straight line, this is a straight line. So if I remove, I should get the straight line. Yep, I got a straight line. Then here, this bump, we can just remove this bump. And this thing too, we can just remove this. So this is my new R, the leg of R. It looks pretty nice actually, especially compared to let's say this one right here, and how the cut will be happening here. This one looks pretty nice. So now I would highly recommend for this image to just go over the whole entire thing, because I see this could be more rounded as well. See how jagged it goes? Be more rounded as well. And just go over the whole entire thing. Oh, and one more thing. This right here. This is going to be a cut on the inside. I highly recommend it just being erased. So just select all the points and erase it. It's gone. It would be just in a way. It's too small to be there. So just like that, and also, yeah, just like that. And also, it'd be nice to have them together. So, and we do have them together as one. What else? So, okay, so we cleaned up the cut line a little bit. Now the next thing we need to do is the bleed for the print. The bleed. How will we do that? You know, it's not that hard. We can use our cut line and expand outline on our cut line to make bleed. So let's copy our cut line. Go to page 1, paste it here, send this to back. So that's what we have. And look at the difference in art. Just look at the difference in art. Just look at. Okay. Next. So I did undo. So I'll send it back to back. So my curve will still be selected. And then after that, I can do an outline. So if I right click on this and go to the outline options, create an outline 0.1 of an inch is a nice outline. Highly recommended rounded corners and rounded caps. And also we have to do behind fill. Actually, in this case, let's try to remove the behind fill. See what happens. Nothing's gonna happen. Oh, I just got an idea. Okay, so I just got an interesting idea, honestly speaking. So I will adjust this a little bit. Adjust my plan. Because basically it would be very great to, I'll show you one thing real quick. So let's change this color to gray. Change the outline color to also gray. Once we do that, you look at this. You will literally see the white dots. We need to remove this white dots. Very, very highly recommended to remove them. So what we do here, how we remove them, is we can do one more. So I will turn this solid object into just a line. So to do this, right click here on black and left click on this. So it makes a black outline and it removes the color from the main object. So now we have an outline. We can also select and copy this outline. Try not to make a lot of layers, but we're gonna just do 3, because the third layer is necessary to make things easier. So this is our copied outline. If we were to stretch this one, make it from here to here thick, it should cover this white stuff. So we will do this. We will make it thicker, maybe this much. Let's see what happens. It literally goes over a little bit. So just make sure it doesn't go over to the black and doesn't cover black. We can make it a little more thicker. So let's do 0.6 instead. Now we're going to the black here. So let's do less, 0.3. A little more, actually. Let's do 0.5. What is it? 0.03, so 0.05. And do okay. Real quick, this is. Oh yeah, rounded corners and rounded cap. And we still have this, so let's make it a little bit thinner. 45 instead of 50. Okay, so now it's touching, so it's okay. Okay, so anywhere else? We are not touching black anywhere else? No, we're not. And all we have to do now is turn this into the gray color. And as you can see, or turn this into the gray color we're working with right here, whichever one works. Yes, it does work, and this is our outside bleed. This is our third object. So if we were to back, I guess this too. This is our color. So we can turn the color. But anyways, all those things can be adjusted. So this is how you can. Where's it? There. You just need to match the colors. That's it. So just matching the colors, or another option would be. So we're back to the. We're back to this. Back to this where it looks like this. Is to do the cropping on the image itself. To do the cropping, so select here, make 2 points here, make 2 points here, and drag this point down over to this, drag this point down over to this, and you can see that this has disappeared. But this you would have to do throughout the whole entire image and make the points and make those dirty spots just disappear. Point and drag, point and drag, and continue through the whole entire image. And in the end, we have this. So it's nice and solid. And again, if I were to take this, cut line, copy, paste it. This is the cut line. This is where it's going to cut. This is the bleed, and this is the inside of the sticker. So now, if the machine jumps and cut just by a little bit, and the cut line will be moved to right where the tip of my mouse is at, just by a little bit. It still will be in the gray zone, and we will not get that white there. So this is what we have. Move our cut line. This will be the print side. This will be the cut side, and we are done. Thank you.